Hi, it's Megan. I wanted to review the Too Faced A Few of My Favorite Things. It's palette, but more than palette, because you get a Better Than Sex mascara and an exclusive color lip injection color Bambi Bee Sting. So this is Bambi Bee Sting. It's a pinky nude, which actually looks, I think, better on camera than in person, but it is pretty in person too. So this is how it comes. It comes with a little bag. So last year Too Faced did the Sweet Obsessions, which was a palette with just eyeshadow, and then they did a bigger tin which had the blush, I think it had a primer, it had eyeshadows, some bronzer, and I was iffy about that. Like the Sweet Obsessions, I wasn't so thrilled with the colors in the bigger palette. This year they did a very sleek, it fits into the little bag, and this is what it looks like when you open it, and I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite things this year. I think Too Faced is a little inconsistent. Some of their stuff is like some of my favorite thing ever, you know, a few of my favorite things, and then other things I'm not so thrilled with. So this right here is one of the things that falls into the category of a few of my favorite things. And I'll tell you why I like it. So I did the two different blushes on both sides. So you have Raindrops on Roses and Melt into Spring. This one's a little bit more pink. This one's a little bit more peach. Did the pink one, the Raindrop on Roses on this side. I did Melt into Spring on this side, and then I rubbed the bronzer Chocolate Soleil, which is one of their classic bronzers. They did Chocolate Soleil, like their classic bestseller, amazing bronzer that everyone loves. And then Sun Bunny, which is another classic, which I did not use. Actually, I should use that. I'll use that in a minute. I use it kind of as a highlighter. But Chocolate Soleil is just a rich, flattering, kind of matte-ish bronzer. And every time I do swatches of these, they're really light, but when I put them on, they show up. So why do I like it? Let's get back to that. Raindrop on Roses has a little sparkle. Melt into Spring does not, that I can see. I think that they're incredibly natural, flattering colors. Like if you look at them, it's just a little bronzer rubbed on top. These are colors you can wear. These are not like crazy things that they put in the palette just to make it interesting. These are like wearable everyday shades. And Chocolate Soleil is the same thing. So again, I do these bronzer swatches and they never show up. Anyway, it is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer, which I did in a 3. It's my favorite Too Faced bronzer. The Sun Bunny, a little bit more sparkly. I'm going to see if I can use this as a highlighter on camera. I have outdoor swatches on this, but I didn't put on. Yeah, it works. It works as a highlighter because the top one is a little bit lighter, so it works as kind of a dark highlighter. I do crazy things with makeup, so most people wouldn't use it as a highlighter. I could use that as a highlighter. The Sun Bunny is very close to the Chocolate Soleil, but it's got a little bit of glitter in it. I think the blushes would work on people of darker complexion than me, and I think the bronzers would too. Unless you're looking for like a super pigmented, dark, you know, really dramatic look, these are wearable. The other thing I like, which I just dropped, is they put this little card in here. So I did not use, I ignored the lookbook. But they put the lookbook in to give you some explanation. So I tend to ignore these. My daughter loves these because she's not an expert on makeup. She's just starting to play around with makeup. And so for her, it's like a huge, wonderful, amazing thing to have. So the eyeshadows. I had a hard time deciding what eyeshadow look to do with this palette because I would describe it this way. You have these amazing neutrals that can give you just that perfect natural look, and it's a mix of mattes and kind of these glittery shades, both. Definitely not more weighted, maybe a little bit more weighted to the glittery shades, but these mattes are gorgeous. Pigmentation is amazing. They're so richly pigmented. They're a little powdery, and I think with the mattes the pigmentation's a little bit lacking sometimes, but with these glittery shades, never. And overall, I think they're gorgeous. I don't know that you want really a heavily pigmented matte anyway. Like, what would you do with that? I would love to know. What do you do with a heavily pigmented matte? I kind of like them because it gives a more natural look. That's what mattes are for, right? But everyone has their opinion. So here we have, can we see it? Snowflakes, which is like, I'm gonna do my natural light swatches like I always do, showing these swatched under the sun, not a fake light. Snowflakes, which is like a taupey bone, a little bit of shimmer. Whiskers on Kitten, which is a beautiful, like goldish, peachy, glittery thing. Chocolate Milk, which is a more matte brown. Moon on Their Wings, which is a darker, less peach, kind of taupe, glittery. Chocolate, a really beautiful, more matte brown. Okay, Cream Colored Ponies is one of the colors I'm wearing, and I put that up here, right under my eyebrows, and I like this kind of color. This is a color that I kind of wear to the pan because it's just a basic bone, but this one's very soft and flattering, I thought, but matte-ish, matte. Honey, glistening honey color. Bouche de Noël. For blue eyes and for brown eyes, for hazel eyes, I think this is a great color. It's like a brown with a little bit of an olive, a little bit of a bronze tint in it. Evergreen, a very pigmented, glittery emerald. Blue Satin Sashes. I have this as an underliner, and I thought, should I do it wet or dry? And I decided to do the softer kind of dry look, and then I put it into the crease a little. This was so pigmented. When I put it on the first eye, I was like, ooh, that's too much color. So I really had to blend in because I don't like really dark eyeshadow. I really like it soft and blended. So this took some blending because it was so pigmented, but it's this beautiful glittery, I don't say navy with a little bit of teal mixed in. It's a unique shade that I love because it works on me well. Coquette, which is like a pink glittery thing, but more with a little peach tint to it. Then Taffy, one of those really matte, beautiful pink shades that Too Faced does well. The Crisp Apple Strudel, which is a great name, which is kind of a bronze taupe brown. Woolen Mittens, which is a lighter mattish brown than Dark Chocolate. Soiree, which is like a maroon, which would have been a pretty look to do also, but I just was so excited about the colors I used. I thought about doing the natural look. These are so pretty. I want to use these. Tinsel. This is a hard color to describe. It's like taupe and olive and gold and maybe a little bit of beige all mixed in with some glitter. It's really pretty. Bluff is a color that it's like a purple blue, lavender purple blue. It's a color I have a hard time working with, and which you would not expect with my blue eyes, but I do. Oh La Orchid is kind of a matte-ish orchid color. It's really vibrant purple. And then this is what I got excited about. So I like colors like this. Party Time and what's it? Pure Glam. I'm going to put these two on my wrist so you can see them. So these are like, oh my god, look how pretty those are. And you'll see them from the swatches outside. The blue's not going to show up that well, but you can see they're like these glistening. Yeah, you can't see the blue very well. I'll do it one more time, make it darker. Just so glistening, pretty. That's the blue, which doesn't show up so well on camera. And then this beautiful charcoal black with glistening glitter. And this Party Time is a lot more complex than it probably shows up on camera. It's got a whole bunch of colors kind of glistening in it, silver and blue, and but different blues and like maybe green. And so what I did is very, very softly, because these are pigmented, I took the Party Time, and this is over at Too Faced eye primer. I put the Party Time right here, just on my eyes, but I really used an incredibly soft touch. I had to use my fingers to get it soft enough, because it's pigmented. I didn't want that. I wanted just a light look, and put that just on the lids and just a little bit up into the crease. And then I did Pure Glam as an upper eyeliner, and I really like the look. I think it's just so pretty. I'm all excited about this palette, so if I'm talking too fast and all that, is because I was just so thrilled when I got it. I just love the colors. I love it. Really love it. So This is what it looks like for a soft, natural look. I think compared to last year, the colors are just more usable, and they're very pigmented. They last well, but on me, they last so much better if I use an eye primer. I don't have good luck without an eye primer, so I would say use an eye primer. Then you also get the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which is quite a name, right? Like, I don't even know what to say about that. I can't say anything about that. I have kids. I guess I could, but I'm not going to. So this is what it looks like. And I have long lashes, but my lashes get really thin and stringy at the end, and they're really light. So I have to build up the ends before I put color on the base so that it looks even and good and whatever. So I built this up, and I found that, look at my eyelashes. I found this mascara was amazing. It's one of the better mascaras I've used. It doesn't add length, so if you're looking to add length, I'm not sure this is your way to go, but I think it adds almost a false eyelash look, right? I'm pretty amazing at how it just builds up this dense kind of bush of lashes. So I like it. I would buy this separate from the set. I would buy this again. The lip injection. And again, I'll do the natural light swatches. I think it looks better on camera than it does in real life. That's just my opinion. It's a very light, neutral pink nude thing. And if you like this kind of color, then you will like it. I love this kind of color right now. I would have thrown this kind of color away a couple of years ago. So it just depends what you look for in your colors. I feel this fits the palette though, because if you look at what your offerings are, you have very natural looking blushes, very flattering. You have natural looking bronzers, so not too glittery. They're just kind of matte, and then this one's got a little bit of glitter, but not too much. And then on the colors here, you've got two choices really. You've got the neutral, kind of nude, matte, or slightly glistening neutral look, or you've got kind of the more dramatic, okay, let's just add a little color, let's add a little glitter, let's just make it a little bit more dramatic. And in both cases, this kind of a lip works great. You either want to have the natural day look, or you want to have the not so overdone night look, and I think it's perfect. So for me, I love this. The formula lasts about 3 hours, and again, I've said this in other videos, I just don't have good luck with any lip product lasting very long, except sometimes kind of a matte red stain thing that just doesn't leave. But something like this either fades really fast, which this does not do, or it lasts a good, 3 hours, which this does do, because I wore it earlier today. I've been running around today. I wanted to get this done because I like the palette so much. And so it lasts well. Not loving the scent. It's a little maybe tutti fruity, which isn't my favorite. But I do like the way the formula feels. It's not drying. It feels moist, but it doesn't have that like thing, gloppy, icky thing on my lips. So I really like the formula. I have not used this product before, and I would try other colors. So the other thing I should say is it says exclusive patterns designed by celebrity decorator Mary McDonald. I guess that's the packaging. And I think if I remember correctly, the co-founder of Too Faced, the creative director, is the one who picked the colors. This is one of my favorite Too Faced products, and it's one of my favorite of the holiday collection because it has both natural and a little bit more kind of dramatic looks, but not overdone. B, it has all the products that you need except for an eyeliner, except some of the shades are so dark you can use them as an eyeliner. Number 3 or C, I just love the colors and how pigmented they are and how gorgeous. They're things I would use. And then D, I like the way these two complement. The mascara is really worth trying, and I like the lip color, even though it's kind of a pale. For me, this look, like this is something I could wear all day, and I know, having tried these products today and played with them, it lasts, and I think it looks just pretty and natural. And that's it. Any feedback or comments you have would be very welcome. I'm trying to get better at making videos. So I'm making videos for my book, Get Your Child to the Top, which is a parent-focused education book. And if you make it to YouTube, please subscribe.